How's the sound for you guys, by the way? I'm possibly gonna kick it up a bit once the stream starts, because it looks like it might be a bit low. It sounds really loud in my ear, but the side ducking thing doesn't I can't hear that. It doesn't quieten it down for me. Awesome. Thanks, Kel. Sony fucked themselves over by making it way too expensive and then dropping the ball. Proprietary memory cards didn't help either. I don't think it was really that... I don't think it was too expensive, really, considering the tech you were getting. But the proprietary memory cards could always fuck off. I'm not looking forward to that with the next-gen machines, actually. Not that I'll probably get any of them anyway, but those little mini SSDs that they're doing are going to be really expensive for both consoles, I think. I mean, the memory cards for the Vita are still expensive now, I think. Right, we'll have a cut-off point here. As far as this show goes, I don't have any idea what we're looking at. I think they might have said there was like 1 or 2 big announcements. I don't know how big we're talking. Like, I kind of expect that because this is like their first show, as far as I'm aware anyway, that maybe like their definition of a big announcement maybe isn't big, or as big as we expect from like a normal E3. I don't know. They are still, yeah, I thought so, John. It's like, what was the biggest they got to? Wasn't it like, I think they got to a 64 gig card, didn't they? This is the Vita memory cards. I think they were like 100 quid or something, 120 quid. Yeah, no idea what to expect here at all. Just hopefully good. Yeah, Devolver's still doing one, Tron. I don't know if there's a date yet for it, but I'll be watching that because I need to see what the story is going forward. I think they turned the lady into RoboCop last year, didn't they? Hey, Tom. All right, here we go, guys. Let's Black Lives Do Matter. Yeah, I think that's we can easily say that. Right, I'm just going to play with the volume a little bit. Right, yeah. Can you still hear me now? Is that right? Just want to make sure you guys get like a decent level of sound. Sweet. Thank you. World premiere straight away. Okay, it doesn't sound as good as the Xbox World Premiere, dude, though. World Premiere. Is this a pre-existing thing? 'Cause it kind of looks familiar already. Quantum error. I don't know what it is. Whenever I see the word quantum in a video game name, it doesn't usually turn out very well. I think the only time I've ever seen a game with the word quantum in it that was any good was Quantum Redshift, maybe. Didn't that look a bit like this gen rather than next gen? I don't know. Looked a bit like.
Hello and welcome to the Future Games Show. What a way to start, right? I am Nolan North, and many of you may know me as your ghost from Destiny, or perhaps Dr. Edward Richtofen from Call of Duty
Or
series.
everything from
Even,
everything.
you know, the Penguin from the Arkham series.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Nolan, we get it. We get it. You've done a million, hundred gazillion games. We got it.
Right.
Quantum of Solace, yeah.
Most of you know me as Nathan Drake from Uncharted, where you probably recognize that voice. I'm so happy to be working alongside her again as we host this showcase of upcoming games. Please give it up.
He's a Halo
and
fan.
welcome the lovely and talented Miss Emily Rose.
Hey, Nolan. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome from my home to yours. I'm really excited about what we have in store for you today. As PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X draw near, we're going to be talking to leading game developers to see what we really can expect from the future of games.
Don't talk.
We have a host of
just show me games.
Game reveals, world premieres, new gameplay demos from current and next-gen consoles. And some of these are so secret, even I haven't been told about them yet.
Wait, they didn't tell you about them?
What, they told you?
No, like they really didn't tell you about them?
People are playing favorites.
Because I mean, I have the whole list right in front of me, right there.
Whatever, send them to me. Let's get into the good stuff.
Okay, so the next title is from Red Thread Games. They're this little indie studio in Norway. I love Norway. You might know them from their Choice and Consequence series, Dreamfall chapters.
Okay.
So get ready for the world exclusive premiere of their new project.
Is it another Dreamfall?
World premiere.
Yeah, sorry, that voice doesn't sound as good. That looks like another... Oh no, maybe not. I was say it looks like another like Dreamfall type game. There is no hope. Absolutely. In 2020, there is no hope. Aesthetic looks cool, kind of like a Borderlands look. It looked like it was a third-person action game from that little bit they showed. Are we going to see gameplay? That's actually the Borderlands Road and Bus 100 billion guns. Has it got a cool name? Game about hope, friendship, and love. Is this the game equivalent of a live, laugh, live sign, or whatever the fuck it is? Dustborn. I really don't understand, like, really what they were going for there. It looks cool, but it would have been nice to see some gameplay of it. Oh, here you go. Cool. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Ragnar Tornquist. I'm creative director at Red Thread Games.
That's a cool name.
A game called
Ragnar Tornquist.
Dustborn is a story-driven action-adventure about a band of misfits and outcasts on a road trip across America. It's a game about hope, friendship, love, robots, and the power of words.
Robots, Mo!
So in this footage, you're watching our main character, Pax, explore a small commune in the Pacific Northwest. She's come here with her crew to recruit her sister, but it turns out her sister's not interested in joining the crew. So your job is to convince her and deal with the consequences of what happens next. Dustborn's coming to PC and next generation consoles in 2021.
Thanks again to Ragnar for that exclusive first look
Yeah.
at Dustborn.
I need to see more of
Okay,
it
what's
before I
next,
could
Nolan?
decide,
Next, we've
but
got
it looks
a
cool.
hardcore first-person platformer whose recent Steam
Road
demo
Trip the
was played
game.
over 100,000 times.
Oh, this
Here's an
looked cool.
exclusive look at a new cyberspace level containing new enemies and abilities from Ghost Runner.
This I saw the trailer for this. It looked really cool.
Exclusive.
I love that the cyberpunk aesthetic is now like the in thing.
Embrace the software.
I would have tried the demo, but I think my PC would have exploded if I tried.
Speed and mobility are your greatest assets in battle.
So Shinobi meets Tron. I'd say it's like Shinobi meets Mirror's Edge more than anything. With like a speed running game. It looks like they want you to go quick through the game. Oh, you don't like it, Dream? See, I love Cyberpunk.
PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC later this year.
Like Blade
All right,
Runner,
we're
like
flipping
that
back
kind of
in time
stuff.
to the 1930s now with a game that stole the show at the recent Xbox Series X showcase. Here's Tatiana Delgado to reveal more about Call of the Sea's spectacular first trailer.
I think this looked pretty good. Yeah, there was a demo,
Exclusive.
Ian. I don't know if it's still out though.
Oh, Harry.
Is this the
What
same
have you
trailer?
done?
I think this is the same trailer they showed at the
I'm
Xbox
Tatiana
one.
Delgado from Out of the Blue Games, working on Call of the Sea. You might have seen our reveal trailer during the recent Xbox Series X event, but we wanted to take the opportunity to walk you through it and tell you a bit more about the game.
How strange that your trail ends here.
Call of the Sea is a first-person adventure puzzle game set in the 1930s
Nice
that
waterfall.
takes place in the far reaches of the South Pacific. You take the role of Nora, a woman who has crossed an ocean in search of her husband's missing expedition. At Out of the Blue, we love telling stories and designing puzzles. That is why we wanted to create a game that had a strong presence of both. And also, we always approach our games with the player's emotions in mind. That being said, although Call of the Sea is a puzzle game, I would say that it is the narrative that drives the game.
Hey Mash, how you doing, man?
Puzzles serve the narrative and make the story advance as a reward when solving them. Some of the puzzles we have to do with the expedition itself, using the real-world technology of the era. In others, you will try to decipher what the ancient runes were for. And going back to the story, we have the good fortune of having actress Cissy Jones as the voice of Nora. We adore her acting in Firewatch and her ability to create a strong presence with only her voice. It is a tale of self-discovery, an exploration not only of the island, but of the character's inner self. Although our game was inspired to an extent by the works of H.P. Lovecraft, this is not a horror game, but an adventure game. We hope to give you a vivid mystery and at the same time an emotional journey. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to revealing more of Call of the Sea in the coming months.
I thought that one looks pretty nice actually. You saw a few people play the demo and they were very into it. Demo is time limited. Yeah, I think you're right.
Developed by Out of the Blue,
From what I
and
saw.
will launch on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows platforms.
Our next game features none other than Sherlock Holmes, but this time he's a youthful, more arrogant version of the famous detective. Here's the producer and community manager from
Isn't he-
Frogwares to tell us more.
he's
about the
always
game's
pretty
setting
arrogant,
and how
isn't
they
he?
plan to create a truly open-world detective game.
It's a young Sherlock Holmes.
Hi everyone, my name is Sergey Ganisyan and I'm the producer and community manager at Frogwares. We are an 80 people strong independent studio from Kyiv, Ukraine. You may know us for our detective games such as the Sherlock Holmes Adventures as well as the recent The Sinking City.
I've not actually played any of their Sherlock Holmes games, but they're meant to be alright, I think, aren't
Our
they?
new game, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It's a story-driven investigation thriller in which you play as the young 21-year-old Sherlock before he becomes the legend that we all
It's a big
know.
mug.
For John Watson and Jim Moriarty, Sherlock was a brilliant but rebellious
It's either a big mug, Kel, or I'm a short person.
The game takes place
I'll let you
in the
decide.
late 19th century on a small Mediterranean island where, according to our story, Sherlock grew up before moving to England, and to where he comes back, now as an outsider, to investigate the mysterious death of his mother, the death that scarred his childhood. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is an open-world detective game with minimum hand-holding. In this game, we are introducing the concept of global investigation gameplay that is heavily based on the feedback that we received from the players on our previous games. We build it on bringing in numerous detective features and mechanics that not only synergize with one another, but also allow you to interact with the world around you. For example, you can now decide to involve random people on the streets in your investigation, ask them for directions, or question those citizens who you think match your suspect profile. And if you doubt they would even talk to some foreigner like you can for instance find the right disguise, say a police uniform, to loosen their tone. It's up to you to discover that synergy and use it at the right time, because as I mentioned, there is minimum hand-holding in the game. Of course, making the right deductions and tracking down criminals is another exciting part of a detective's job. We are aiming to give the player the chance to miss a piece of evidence, pursue their own lead, and eventually let a killer walk free. Those who played our Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments will know what I'm talking about.
Oh, so could you actually
Sherlock
fail?
Holmes Chapter 1 to PC and console sometime in 2021.
Kind of
Thank
interesting.
you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of the show. There are some fantastic games here.
Yeah,
that we cannot
the
wait to
sound
play
shower
ourselves.
mug conundrum. Yeah, that's it. Is it a full pint? Are you secretly a hobbit? If you type in exclamation pints, that might give you an
Sherlock Holmes
idea.
Chapter 1 is coming to PC, current, and next-gen consoles in 2021.
In our next part of the show, the Future Game Show goes retro with a series of games
There you go.
that reimagine the arcade and console classics of some of my favorite eras, the 80s and 90s.
And what better way to begin than with a bullet hell shoot 'em up created by a small team from Lebanon, including a former Pixar artist. Here's an exclusive gameplay slice of Signy.
I'm terrible at bullet hell games, but
Exclusive.
they're fun to play. Have we seen this before? I think we have. Yeah, they did. I think they showed footage of this quite a while ago, didn't they? So it was like an Unreal Engine 4 bullet hell game, I think. Bullet hell, aka America. Jesus Christ, Mash. Fucking hell, mate. So it looks that good, and you zoomed right out. Yeah, this looks really pretty for a bullet hell. That's unfair. Like, most bullet hell games look pretty good. Just I'm not used to them being like this. They're usually like pixel affairs. Sorry, terrible joke. I mean, it's a dark joke. You know the English. We like our dark humour. The only one you ever liked was Ikaruga, Ian. You know what? Ikaruga I found really, like, particularly difficult. But it's got a cool aesthetic and the music's good. Still looks good nowadays, I'd say. It looks like you have, like, yeah, you got like a shield, so you can take a couple of hits. So maybe it won't be quite as hard as most bullet hell games. John enjoys a shmup game.
Signy is coming to Windows, Mac, and the developers hope next generation consoles.
A Mac game?
So we're keeping the arcade vibes coming with a high-speed tribute to arcade racing classics like Daytona USA and a stylish platformer that looks like a noir comic book. But first,
I heard Daytona.
World premiere.
Cut the flesh, the mind will fall. Slay the seven, save us all.
Dark Souls
Fulfill what
demake.
others failed to do. Mornia depends on you.
Was she just swinging around her dead baby as a weapon? Now, I know there's a few people that are very vocal about their dislike of pixel-based games. I happen to like them. But yeah, this is just 2D Dark Souls, isn't it? I know that's fairly, you know, that's not putting it down. I'm sure it's probably quite good, but in this case, it looks exactly like 2D Dark Souls. Pixel Bloodborne, yeah. Actually, yeah, probably maybe closer to Bloodborne.
The seven acolytes.
Morbid. I mean, if someone's swinging around their dead baby, then that is certainly pretty morbid.
Exclusive.
Yeah, Sultan Sanctuary was kind of the same, Tron, but it was only on a 2D platform. I think I've seen footage of this. It's kind of got that like virtual racing look to it. Oh no, maybe that's actually, is that a different one? I don't know. That was a short trailer. Is this the noir one?
Chris Tales is our indie love letter to classic JRPGs. So far, we've shown a small portion of the game's overall content and the ways that you'll be able to learn from
Oh,
the
I
past,
think was this a
act in the present,
Kickstarter?
and rewrite the future, all in real time on one screen. This unique presentation lets you see the impact of your choices instantly, and to get really creative in combat by combining skills and playing with time. Speaking of combat, we just updated our demo on Steam to include Wilhelm, the Child Mage, in a mini Colosseum mode that features a number of new, challenging battles. We're really excited to be bringing Chris Tales both to next-gen consoles and all current consoles later this year.
I'm sure that was a Kickstarter. Look at that Final Fantasy font. This will be the noir one then, I guess. Just a guess. Oh, you know, funnily enough, my mate was talking about this the other day. He bought it on the Switch. Apparently, it's pretty good.
I fix computers. My clients pay cash. It's none of your goddamn business what I do with it.
None of your goddamn business.
Wait, don't tell me you're with them. Evil corporation, this tech enslavement, that. What's next? Chemtrails? Now it's our time to be heard. Join the revolution. Mother. Where the hell did they drop me?
You can say motherfucker on my stream.
Delighted to announce the release date for Neon Abyss, a frantic action platformer which fuses classic visuals to an ingenious roguelike dungeon system. Its publisher, Team 17, has encapsulated the spirit of independent games for over 30 years, with titles including Worms, Overcooked, The Escapist, and a whole lot more.
Like 1,000 billion types of Worms games.
Exclusive.
Rated T for teen.
Who likes roguelikes? I kind of have to be in the mood for them. But I do like a good one. I'm getting Gungeon feelings from this one. Like even, I'm sure some of the sound effects are even like from Gungeon. This looks kind of more like the recent Gungeon game though. Was it Escape the Gungeon? Ah, fishing. Gotta have fishing in a game. It's not a game anymore without fishing in it. Yeah, exit the Gungeon. This looks pretty good. Jesus. Like, if you play this on stream though, rip bitrate. Neon Abyss. But yeah, I kind of like roguelikes. I think Dead Cells is probably the best one I played. That was quality.
Neon Abyss will be launching on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Windows on July 14th, 2020.
Our next game has been in early access since 2018 with an almost 90%
Oh, is this
very
Session?
positive reviews on Steam. Here's an exclusive look at the new Easy Day Academy high school level in skateboarding sim Skater XL.
Oh.
Exclusive.
In before someone shouts Skate 4 though. Where's Skate 4? Yeah, Rogue Legacy is good, Ian. I just, you know what? The one problem I have with Rogue Legacy is the music drives me nuts after a while. But I like the idea of Rogue Legacy.
Hi, my name is Dane. I'm the director at Easy Day Studios and we're working on Skater XL. Today we're showing a first look at the Easy Day high school level. This is a new environment we've been working on for some time and we're excited to show it off today.
Fishing's added when you hope some people just get addicted to the minigame to cover up for the game. Ooh, that's a spicy take, Mash.
Based on something that's really key to skateboarding, which is the California...
Are you saying Yakuza's terrible?
This is something that's been in countless skate videos over the years. Elementary schools, high schools, very common sort of...
Are they actually doing Rogue Legacy too? Sweet.
For skateboarding. One thing we learned in starting to build environments for Skater XL is that we have a very unique game mechanic, so we had to go back to the drawing board on how the levels were designed. The pieces of the level are combinations of elements that we've designed ourselves, but also we mix in countless real-world spots. There's probably about 25 real
it looks like a
spots.
skateboarding game.
Some that are very recognizable to anyone in skateboarding, from real high schools, real elementary schools. We've got Wallenberg, we've got Clipper, we've got parts of Lockwood Elementary, just a lot of different places. Again, these are historic pieces. If you know skating, you probably know a bunch of these spots.
Oh, Mash.
And,
you and me gonna have a falling out, mate.
Again, based on the game mechanic itself, we've actually massaged and tweaked each of these spots.
Tony Hawk's, I loved. I absolutely rinsed those. The first 3 games, especially, I destroyed. But after that, I'd kind of had enough of them.
The unique thing about Skater XL is it really starts with the controls. The joysticks, the analog sticks on the gamepad, map directly to the feet, so you have independent control.
I think so, Mash. It's that or it's scooters.
Generated in the moment. So what this leads to is, kind of a first for skateboarding games in general is that, the gameplay is not driven by animations, it's driven by the physics. We didn't actually program tricks into the game, we just programmed movement. And with that movement, you're able to do all kinds of tricks. So as you build up your skill, you're also building up your ability to articulate and perform those tricks in different ways. The element of style and execution comes into it. And that's really where the satisfaction, the fun of this game comes, that you're really directly in control. Just like real skateboarding, there's such a depth in the ways that you can use that board and how you can develop your skills. It becomes a very personal thing. And
yeah, do you get an achievement for like smashing your balls on a rail?
Things that pop up around skateboarding, the culture and the creative side and the community, and that's something.
It'll go into like like Sniper Elite. It'll go into like a cross section. It'll show your balls exploding when you hit them on a rail.
Into the game as well. The interesting thing is that
Great minds, Ian.
A decade since the last significant entrant into the skateboarding genre, and it hasn't been explored in recent times when we have all these different things available to connect the community, to put content out.
It's a shame, really.
So
I kind of feel like the skateboarding genre is kind of dead because Activision just
around.
like
the core of the
rinsed
game.
it for
So it's really
everything
exciting to see
they
where this will
could,
lead in the future.
and then just
Skater XL is
left
coming
its
out
corpse
onto
on the
all
side of the
major
road.
platforms July 28th, and that includes Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Thanks, Dane, and the whole team at Easy Day Studios. Our next game bills itself as Synthwave FPS.
Which means it looks nice.
I like synthwave music.
It's already been a big hit on Steam, and we're pleased to announce today that it's now coming to Xbox One. This is GTTOD. Get to the orange door.
Not heard of that.
Exclusive.
Synthwave.
We have arrived.
Okay, this is Tron. It's also way louder than every other trailer. Listen to our trailer! Looks like it might be quite fun. Coming to Game Pass, maybe? Oh god, can you imagine this in VR though? Yeah, like you say, Mash. Then you just like vomit everywhere. Oh, GTTOD. Okay, get to the orange door. Got it.
Get to the orange door is coming to Xbox One in 2020, and we're pleased to announce that a new demo is available right now, free to download on Steam.
Okay, Nolan, come on.
I wanted to play it on
What are you
Xbox.
talking about? I'm not that bad.
No. I mean, you're going to be dying when you play our next game. A third-person action-adventure. Get this. It's set within a coma where you explore your memories while fighting for your life.
Okay, I'm confused. I think I need to see the trailer.
All right, glad you asked.
It's Life on Mars, the game. Actually, no, Driver San Francisco, you're in a coma as well. That's not a spoiler, by the way, because it's like right at the beginning of the game. All right. Oh, it's Dark Souls. Coma Souls. Okay, don't take this the wrong way. I think it's an interesting concept. It has a level of jank about it from what I'm looking at here. Just like the way it plays, like mechanically, it looks a bit jank. Waking. I thought for a second that said wanking.
And Steam on June 18th, 2020.
Who wants an exclusive premiere? Well, I'm not really asking here. This is actually happening. Our next game is a sequel to the critically acclaimed World War II flying sim Bomber Crew, which boldly goes as close as its licensing team allows into a new era. You get it.
What's this one, though? Like Star Crew? Phaser Crew?
World premiere.
Wank Simulator 2020. That's got to be a game.
For too long, the Phasmids have been causing trouble in our peaceful little corner of space. But not any longer.
Gina, let's go full.
Ian, have they announced that already? I'm sure I've heard of that before.
Embark on an epic space adventure and do your part.
Let's get some of those cool wipey things in this part, Gina.
I can't remember where I saw it.
Join us on Athena Station.
Is it like, is it called like Boyfriend something?
Space flight. Seek out new life.
Boyfriend Dungeon, yeah, was that it?
And make new friends. Along the way. Live, laugh, and prosper. And may the Force join the space crew.
Gina, let's zoom around in 3D and get some explosions going on here. End it with a bang.
Did I just say Space Crew? It's worth watching because the trailer's fucking ultra cringe. Okay, I might see that then.
It was published by Curve Digital and will launch on PC, Xbox One, PS4, and Switch in late 2020.
Hey, Nolan, I got a good question for you. You ready? What is scarier than clowns?
Nothing is scarier than clowns. You know that.
Well, you wouldn't say that if you'd been to Wales. You should probably cover your eyes for this.
Wait, what?
Exclusive.
Where's the connection here? Or is it just clowns in Wales?
These are not words I wish to write. I fear you may believe me taken with madness. My father seeks to use me. He wishes me to sing for him as she did. To become the star attraction that will draw good folk to this accursed spit of land. I cannot explain further, but ask that you trust me. Your love, always, Elizabeth.
Space clowns. I'd say
Hello, my name is Ben.
Lawyer
Tester.
clowns.
I'm head of marketing at Wells Interactive. Right now we're finishing work on a new title, Made of Scare, and we're really excited to be able to share with you this new and exclusive gameplay footage.
This looks like your standard
first-person survival horror game.
FPS horror.
A story inspired by Welsh folklore. It fuses psychological, gothic, and British horror. Set in 1898,
British horror?
Scare is inspired by the haunting Welsh tale of Elizabeth Williams. It's a story of a family empire that's driven by torture, slavery, piracy, and a supernatural mystery that suffocates the grounds of the hotel.
British horror is making a tea really
We
badly.
wanted to explore the 3D sound-based AI system that is the core survival mechanic. We want to show you what you can do to remain undetected, and if you're caught, what tools are available for you to survive. The enemies at Scare Hotel are completely blind, and they hunt by only what they can hear. So any noise that you make from walking or running, bumping into environmental objects, or even breathing heavily will often result in death. So you can avoid detection by creeping, avoiding the obstacles that make the noise, but if the enemies are close, then holding your breath is the only option. If you mistime this and run out of breath, then even your panting will get you killed. You
What's
will not complete
what's
the
American tea?
There'll be a sound-based weapon available with limited ammo that's hidden in and around the grounds of the hotel. You'll have to find health items, collectibles, puzzle pieces, map pieces, and story pickups, all items that you can find and add to your inventory. The
Hot
game will
water
feature
mug and a
3
tea
levels
bag.
of difficulty.
Blimey.
The scares remain the same throughout, but a change in AI behavior, enemy strength, limited manual saves, and reduced ammo and health items will put more of an emphasis on that classic survival horror experience. Made of Scare is coming to PC and console, with a digital and physical launch on PS4 and Xbox One this July. You can wishlist the game now on Steam, and pre-purchase will be available in the coming weeks. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Not necessarily my jam, but I think the setting seems pretty interesting. Like
Hey, Nolan,
bit of Welsh
you can open
horror.
your eyes now. Okay, there you go. All right, Made of Scare launches on PS4, Xbox, Switch, and Windows in 2020.
I like that everyone made different jokes about English horror.
Is this another one of your dad jokes?
Oh dear.
A collection of upcoming games in the space of a few minutes.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here's an incredible lineup of future hits to get excited about.
But that's already out, isn't it? Oh, that looked kind of fun when they showed that a while back. That looks awesome. I love Carrion. That's been in early access for fucking years, though. That looks pretty cool. I'm in anime cyberpunk. I'm in. Oh, that looks sick. I want it. Yes, dog game. It's like Dog's Life on PS2. Can you take a shit though? Looks like a puzzle game. Budget near. Was that a cat cleric? Cat cleric and a dog spearman? What? Wow, that's got a weird aesthetic about it. Looks like a game. Looks like almost like Baldur's Gate or something. Oh, that's been... Isn't that already out as well? I heard that was quite cool. I think you're like a delivery driver, aren't you, or something? Yeah, Windjammers! Wait, is this Windjammers 2? If you haven't played this, this is one of the best multiplayer games ever. I have no feelings about this. Isn't this just moving out? I'm guessing an MMO? I think I know that. Sarah! Sarah, thank you for the raid. Lady Tuesdays come to raid your castle. I wish I had a castle.
All those titles by heading to gamesradar.com. Our next game appeared in our sister event, the
How you doing, Sarah?
Show, just a few hours ago. And we're delighted to have John Pearl join us now for an exclusive look at
Thank you for the subscription as well.
DLC subject 2923.
I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, you poor girl. How are you getting on with that? Mo, thanks for the shout out, by the way. Guys, please give Lady Tuesday a follow. Excellent streamer. Current world farting champion on Twitch. Twitch muted Beethoven?
Hello. I'm John Pearl, the design director at Gunfire Games. Right now, the team is hard at work on Subject 2923, the final DLC for Remnant from the Ashes. This DLC is much larger and more expansive than any of the previous content we've released.
This DMCA thing is getting a bit out of hand now, isn't it? Just stick to game music, honestly. Like, apart from Nintendo stuff, you should be alright.
This DLC will introduce a brand new campaign.
Did I cut my hair? Absolutely not. It's getting a bit wild now.
Base campaign of Remnant. This campaign focuses on the origin of the Dreamer project and how it connects.
My fringe is getting like super curly because of the heat.
Giving y'all a sneak peek at the icy and unforgiving heights of the new explorable.
Yeah, just change it back to PSO music.
The of the world are an entirely new faction of enemies, the Uriki, which are a race of menacing humanoid rats.
Has
you'll find they are
anyone played this, by the way?
Deadly.
It looked kind of alright. It just looks extra combed. I don't know.
A lot of additional content.
I didn't do anything.
With the addition of the new campaign comes all new quests.
What's a comb?
Bosses, weapons, trinkets, armor sets, and more. Additionally, Reason will be
How
added
did Kingdom Hearts go, Sarah?
And if you have the Swamps of Courses DLC, it'll add Reason to the rotation of survival mode as well.
Yeah, I think so, Kel. It's going to be... I mean, it's interesting to see how many musicians are coming out saying that they, like, streamers can use their music, though.
23 DLC is coming to PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 on August 20th. And we can't wait for everyone to play it. Thank you so much for tuning in to
Birth by Sleep has a fight system I'm okay with.
Hope you all enjoy the rest of the future game show.
That's the one I got to and I stopped, but admittedly I played through like them all in one go, so I was kind of done with it at that point.
Subject 2923 will launch on Xbox One, PS4, and Windows PC.
They'll do that eventually, Mash, I reckon.
And now for something completely different.
Is this Evil Genius?
Exclusive.
Yeah, just listening to music.
Playing board games, now they're finally cool. But they're not so easy to play when you can't meet up with your friends or loved ones.
Is that the Stanley Parable voice?
Chums. Here at Thunderbox HQ, we've been working tirelessly to create state-of-the-art AI, amazing computer graphics, a bitching synth soundtrack, and our laser-powered but totally harmless board game zapping digitizer. All so we can bring you the retro sci-fi survival strategy we like to call The Captain is Dead. Let me just load it up for you.
Okay.
Oh my god, there are aliens all over
It's FTL.
Come on, open up. Wow, this looks kind of
dangerous.
Good!
Ready. Get your goddamn dirty tentacles off of my spaceship! Biological
Like I was gonna say, yeah, the DMCA police will just jump out of like the side of like a street and just arrest you.
Reminds me of one of those old-fashioned video games. And I'm done.
Taking charge. I haven't used one of these since 3086.
Yeah, I think there's a few like music databases you can use, Kel, but most of them don't have music I like listening to.
Right now to Steam, right now to wish list it up, right now.
Is that Dr. Disrespect?
Captain is Dead is a digital board game and will launch on Steam in 2020.
Okay, so our next games, they're linked by their focus on player creativity. From designing a
I'm out.
themed obstacle course for you and your friends.
I have no
to
creativity.
creating a mobile base that traverses a savage land. But let's start with a title called Main Assembly.
Just make your own music.
Hello, inventors, and welcome to Main Assembly, a game that gives you the freedom to create anything you can imagine. With huge open sandboxes to explore, your creations will be pushed to the breaking point. Jam-packed with loads of challenges and parts to unlock, pushing your inventions to the limit. Revolutionary freeform crafting lets you construct anything with ease and precision. Once you have perfected your design, why not take it for a test flight? Happy with how your robot looks? With the visual programming interface, you can set up controls and
Jonathan,
use sensors to make logic.
thank you for that. 21 months.
And really put your creations to work. Or
That's a long time.
to compete and collaborate. Show your creations to the world and test out what others in the community have built in the workshop. Will your creation be the one that everyone is talking about? Main Assembly is out now in early access. See you there, inventors.
That could be one of those games that really blows up, or it will just disappear after a week of coming out. Thank you, Jonathan, again. Very kind. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Kel. Yeah, just like beep, like just like. Eep.
Hello, my name's Jamie Jackson and I'm from Mythical Games. And today we're super excited to give you an in-depth look at our new games, Blanco's Block Party.
What the
We're a new
fuck
studio
is going on
created
here?
by a bunch of veterans who helped create some of the world's biggest game franchises, including Call of
BioShock?
Duty, World of Warcraft, Skylanders, DJ Hero, Guitar Hero, and Minecraft Story Mode. Blanco's
Wow.
Block Party is a game
Not
about
BioShock for a change.
life, but it's actually more than just a game. It's a place for gamers and content creators and collectors to come together and to build.
Oh, come on, guys.
And to set the rules for the worlds that they want.
Disgusting.
So here we can see one of our Blancos running around the Junction. The Junction in Blancos is a really cool place that is just the beginning of the Blancos world that is going to grow over time. You go there as a solo player, it's going to be full of other players doing their thing. It's going to be full of gigs and dares that our NPCs are going to set for you. As you do these things in the Junction, you're going to level up your Blancos. So you're going to be able to train them.
This looks like it's for the Roblox crowd, I think.
Not only do you own it, you get to train it and to be the type of Blanco you want it to be.
Hold your finger down the keyboard without breaking eye contact. You're just like.
Some of the shooter games, you could make it super powerful for some of the
That could be the stream.
You're also going to be able to get these really cool rewards from the quests. Some of those things might be things that you can attach to your
It's
Blanco.
not just the game, but we want a game. I feel like it's not just the game, it's just lazy marketing slang, though. It's not just the game. Oh, but it is just the game.
Now
Because it's
it's
literally a game.
Content. So everything here, people just built using the UGC editor. We wanted it to be super easy for players to build and create these levels. Key to it is everything can be done.
Yeah, this isn't doing anything for me.
In Blanco's Block Party, you're going to be getting new content seasonally. And what that means is we're going to be delivering you some really cool stuff that is only available for that season. So if you go and buy a Blanco in season 1, that won't be available once you get.
Oh, I see. There's where the microtransactions come in.
You're going to be one of the few that gets to keep that for as long as you want to keep it.
You gotta buy if you miss out on a Blanco design, then your life's not going to be worth living.
From completing those things only is available in that season.
Go and steal your parents' credit cards, children.
Technology platform provides true ownership of what players buy and create through verifiable assets. It allows us to legitimize the type of grey markets that pop up around so many games, and it gives players the power to dictate the value of those assets. And the key thing is you as a player own it, and we're going to make it really easy for you to do what you want with that. Players can create the world that they want in Blankos. We've just provided really easy tools so that you can build whatever world you want to build.
Haven't you said that already?
The limit really is kind of your imagination.
Yeah, I feel really bad, but yeah, this is like not like couldn't do less for me. This.
We'll be announcing more news around additional platforms and our betas soon. If you want to know more about it, head over, reserve your account at blankos.com, and you can also follow.
You can be a virtual Funko Pop, buy everything but don't actually own it.
Play Blankos. Thank you and enjoy the show.
I don't think they'll put that on the back of the box though. Somehow. I mean, I'm not the target market for that, but yeah, it just does nothing for me. Doesn't look nice. I don't think like the style of the characters doesn't look great. These kind of like you can do anything in them games just don't really. That is just like the jack of all trades type thing, isn't it? They try and do everything and don't do anything particularly well. This looks quite barren, doesn't it? I thought that dragon thing was flying backwards there.
My name is Lucas. I'm a producer here at Donkey Crew working on Last Oasis. And today I would like to show you our new map. Last Oasis is a nomadic survival MMO.
Wait, is this out?
Innovative features that allow players to traverse the world on complex wooden machines, engage in epic battles both against the fauna and against each other, leave a mark on the
Shadow of the Colossus remake.
and do many more
They just
exciting
did
things
that.
in this unique world. What we're showing here today is the next big addition to the game, a volcanic oasis. This upcoming type of a map consists of all new areas to explore, from cold and barren fields stretching all the way
It's a survival game then.
to hardened volcanic rock formations that creates natural passages and scorching hot lava lakes, obliterating anything that gets near. As you travel through these vast virgin terrains, you'll get a chance to discover efficient ways to mine obsidian and find rare
that looks kind of cool.
man-made stone ruins, and even hunt legendary killings, these giant winged lizards inhabiting mountains in hot climates. Harsh conditions of the volcanic lands make it very difficult for nomads to survive if they decide to settle on this hot soil. Greenery and sources of
Yeah,
water
they remade it,
are hard
Kel.
to come by, and hostile flying monsters don't make it any easier to explore.
I don't have it to hand, but
because they're
yeah,
attracted to walk
Blue
away,
Point remade
making
it
essential for anyone
2 years
who
ago,
decides
I think.
to venture towards these new territories to prepare in advance.
Wicked Wild Wild
will
West,
likely take
Jim
advantage
West,
of the
Desperado.
resource scarcity to try to make some plots on desperate nomads missing some wood or water, while explorers will be risking their lives to gather rare resources that appear in high quantities in these dangerous conditions. We are working tirelessly to bring in more content and improvements for the game, so make sure to try Last Oasis out now on Steam. See you next time.
Yeah, it's another game that doesn't really do anything for me. That's a cool logo though. I'll give you that.
Next up, the Future Games Show talks to industry experts about how next-gen consoles and PC technology are changing the way we play.
Oh god, so it's literally a section of them saying, "Oh, we can do things we've never been able to do before. This is the future of gaming. Making experiences that we could never do before." We need a bingo card for all of the bullshit terminology they come up with. Try and call them out as we see them.
It's time to see what's next.
Same game. No, not even better marketing. The same marketing.
Such as Sony's PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X set to release in late 2020, developers are preparing to change the way we play forever. We see companies like Google Stadia
change the way we play forever, except until the next gen.
Epic Games are beginning to show us what a new generation of engines will be capable of delivering. The Future Game Show has caught up with some of the world's leading developers in fields including graphics, audio, storytelling, and machine learning to discover how the next generation of hardware will push video games in a way that we have never experienced before.
I said it, right? That's exactly what I said.
The way that I see game worlds changing in the next generation is with a bigger focus on player interaction and making the worlds feel truly alive. We can already make game worlds that are almost too big for the amount of content that we put in them. So, of course, graphics will take a huge leap forward, but it's the complexity, diversity, and the freedom to play around in them that I think will be the biggest leap.
The new technology that really
Just
excites
all washes over me.
Machine learning, both to make the game feel a lot more responsive and meaningful to the player, and to augment.
Wow, that looks next gen.
As a game developer, the way that I see video games evolving in the next generation is with richer game interactivity. We've seen graphics fidelity just explode over the last 20 years. Games can look so good these days, it's crazy. But the sorts of things you can do in video games have not really caught up. What I'm super interested in is solving problems that help game worlds and the characters in them play and feel as alive as they can now.
I don't know if it's the same for you guys. Whenever I hear this kind of stuff, it just totally goes through one ear and out the other.
Things you can do as a player, and to help game developers create richer, more soulful game worlds. I'm really excited about using technologies like semantic ML to help game characters feel more responsive and alive. To get the game.
Yeah, this is. I was saying this the other day in the PS5 reveal. Everything, all of this kind of stuff they say at the beginning of every generation.
One way that game worlds might feel more alive in the future is by replacing scripted interactions with organic conversations. This live demo from Russian AI project LiveMind literally puts words into Geralt's mouth and could be a sign of things to come.
Do you remember Beckenwood Derby?
Yes, I won a great saddle for racing then.
His voice sounds a bit different.
It isn't just game worlds that will evolve in the next generation, but the types of stories being
told
within them.
I would like
narrative is such an important component to the games we play, furthering our connection with virtual spaces and the characters that inhabit them. It makes sense then that this is one area developers are eager to evolve.
I wrote my first game for a computer with 1K on cassette. Obviously, 40 years later, so much has changed. But in some ways, we're still pursuing the same goal.
The biggest benefit of games
making games
medium is the interaction, but often we still tell the stories at the players instead of truly letting them be a part of it.
The future of interactive storytelling should be about how we can make the experience as frictionless as possible.
Really making the player feel like they are actually part of the story. Tailored experiences that they can do not only by themselves but also with friends at home or online.
I'm also hoping to see storytelling explore more collaborative efforts, telling stories to larger groups of players at once without telling each of them that only they are the chosen one.
When we start thinking
but I am the chosen one.
What should be at the heart of every storytelling experience in AAA? Can we make it more about the internal conflicts rather than those external conflicts of running,
AAA.
Movies never have to cut away to load the next scene or more assets. If there's a cut to black, it's only because the director wanted that cut in that exact moment. And storytelling goes well beyond just the words being said. It's the audio, and the camera shot, and effects, and the location. Now with characters and the world looking more real than ever, less downtime due to loading, and more feedback from our controllers, we'll hopefully see larger or more immersive scenes that won't need to let up just because the hardware requires it.
Oh man, none of this is sticking with me.
A new generation of hardware means we are about to encounter a new frontier for graphical fidelity and visual effects. That's a given. But what about game audio? Sony and Microsoft are putting more emphasis than ever before on audio, and in the way that sound can
Oh, it's chorus again.
Before, could our sense of immersion in
I can't believe I said chorus.
To change entirely?
In the next generation, audio will definitely be recorded and expressed in a much bigger sense. We're already starting to see hints of it already. Technologies such as ambisonics and ambisonics are being rediscovered and people are starting to think.
I am interested to see how this like new Sony sound thing's gonna work.
The next gen audio is that it's promising just a whole new level of immersion. Obviously, the PS5 3D audio is kind of the most outspoken example of this. And so with that new immersion, hopefully is going to come whole new levels of player engagement.
This is something that's very special about sound and music is that it really...
I am special, yeah, thanks.
It accesses the core of who we are, and the fact that we
I didn't realize he knew me.
Will enhance that in a much grander sense.
How we play with a controller, mate, or a mouse and keyboard. There you go.
You won't be able to see, from smaller teams being given the tools to more easily achieve their creative ambitions, the expansion of services such as cross-platform play and cloud gaming,
cross-platform. Please just be a thing on everything now.
Some of the reasons developers are excited about the changes on the near horizon.
Playing games in the next generation should feel more social than ever, with all the online services bound to get a refresh. I definitely feel like the next generation will have more opportunities to play together when we can't be together.
I think the future of mobile gaming is really about two things.
Yeah, John, I was going to say, it's interesting that Sony haven't shown anything in terms of VR yet.
People are going to play games in a more and more social manner, and it'll be
Smith,
strange in the future if you find someone that's actually playing a game purely solo.
It's much quieter on the VR front than it was like a year ago.
Crossplay is becoming more widely accepted and implemented, and that means you shouldn't have to coordinate what SKU you're getting.
I can't believe crossplay isn't already like properly a thing.
Seamlessly play together, which is amazing.
It's going forward. It has to be standard on everything.
So games, cross-platform cloud saves, and just overall the
cross-platform cloud save thing's really cool as well.
Rather than the platform itself.
The next generation of hardware should allow smaller teams to create products of a higher graphical fidelity.
Is the developers will have this
I don't think it will be Mash. I think they're going to do a new headset if they do another VR.
At very, very high resolution. And we'll be able to come to rely on game engines to do so much of what we couldn't do before in terms of complex lip sync.
In crossplay's been a thing for ages, Kel, but they just haven't really put it into stuff.
Playing field for developers. And developers who previously couldn't have competed at the high end will be able to do so. It's a really exciting time.
I could have boiled that down to graphics better, mate, aren't they? Graphics better.
All right, our next game is introduced by a gaming legend.
Graphics better, sound better.
No, seriously, Nolan? Oh my god.
Game gooder.
No, I refer, of course, to Brian Fargo. He's the original producer of Fallout. He's here to tell you about the action RPG Wastelands 3.
Can you still release Watch Dogs? Why would they not be able to release the Watch Dogs?
Hello everybody, I'm Brian Fargo. I was the executive producer on the original Fallout and Wasteland series. And I'm here to tell you today that finally Wasteland 3 is coming August 28th for the Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4.
Who would do this?
I've not played any of these. Are they any good?
Who would murder families and children?
Ian, this seems like your sort of jam.
Let's find the monsters who did this.
Kel, if to solve the mystery, that's a 1 litre jug. Watch Dogs 2. Wait, Watch Dogs 2 is a bit close to the bone, or Watch Dogs Legion's a bit close to the bone. There's 3 of them, so probably loved. By that logic, Mash, the Transformers films are incredible because there's 5 of them. Well, 6 if you include Bumblebee. Are they loved though? Are they? Are they though?
Wastelands 3 is coming to Xbox One, PS4, Windows, Mac, and
Mac again.
August 28th,
Mac gets 2 games this year. Holy shit, guys.
Question. If clowns are a 10 on the scarometer...
And what? My dying is like a 4?
Yeah, we've been over this. Look, if clowns are like high, then our next game needs a new scoring system. Check out this new gameplay from survival horror Remothered, Broken Porcelain.
Exclusive.
They really hate
Rated
clowns.
M for mature.
Please come in, Miss Reed. Come in.
Good evening, Mr. Ashman. Do you remember me?
Only between old friends.
I'm Jennifer, by the way. Lindsay? But call me Lynn.
At last. It's just a bad dream.
Where are you? Show yourself!
Quit the act!
What have you done to her?
Scissors, the best weapon. Does it look that much scarier than anything else?
You won't do it, Mr. Ashman.
Of course I will.
Problem is, horror games don't really do much for me. Only like action horrors like Resi or Dead Space. I mean, it graphically looks pretty nice.
Remothered Broken Porcelain comes to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Windows in late 2020.
Sorry, Mac,
Next
not
up,
this
we have
time.
a world-exclusive teaser for a new title from Different Tales. No spoilers here, but if there's a full moon tonight, we all should stay inside.
Owl game.
World premiere.
Well, there's something to do with werewolves then. Owl Simulator. Oh wait, Remothered is already a thing, is it, Mash? Oh, it's literally Werewolf the Apocalypse. But that showed us nothing.
Oh man, we can't wait to see more from this team.
I can't wait to see more than nothing.
The Future Game Show has taken a closer look at the games of tomorrow, but big changes are happening to the way we play right now.
That was added
Features
content,
such as
right?
Cross-progression and crossplay allow us to...
Crossplay? It sounds like you that time you tried to play Crash Bandicoot.
As I was saying, new features like crossplay let PS4 owners connect with Xbox, Switch, and PC owners in their favorite shooters. And we caught up with developers High Res about how these features work in their current and upcoming games.
Crossplay lets you play games with your friends, regardless of which platform they own, and it's grown in popularity thanks to titles
crossplay
such as
is honestly, I think, the most important thing for next gen currently.
Are trailblazers in this field, but the industry
Because you're going to see a lot of games, a lot more games will survive, like as far as like their online side of things.
And to discover the importance of crossplay as we head into the next.
Because you're not splitting up an already small community across many
To overcome
games.
the challenges of making crossplay work, you need to change people's mindsets.
I saw
There's a fear
Doggo
that
in the
platforms
background.
will lose revenues and lose players to competing platforms if they open the doors to crossplay and progression. In the future, I think you'll start to see consoles and other platforms embrace a truly play anywhere experience.
It will become increasingly less important what hardware you're using to access the game and much more about like connectivity and communication.
I do feel like they need to give you an option to be able to toggle on and off whether you want to play against PC players though, because mouse and keyboards obviously are, you get an advantage.
Have that follow you around as you go from console to console or platform to platform.
If they choose Xbox or
Doggo!
PlayStation or Nintendo or PC for the next generation, it doesn't matter. The game they love and
Yeah,
the
what's up,
purchases
Slug?
they made will come with them.
Players expect the same experience across all of their
See you later,
platforms.
Mash. Have a good
So
one,
to be
dude.
able to actually pull that off takes a reasonably high level of sophistication. And you also want to ensure that kind of competition across all these platforms is fair regardless of who they're up against. Now that a console game is a PC game, is a mobile game, for many games, things like cultural relativism, localization, global community management are a bigger and bigger role in gaming.
Again,
so long answer short, that's
saying a lot of stuff here that
crossplay is it stimulates diversity and kind of a global approach to how you think about gaming.
To deliver next-gen crossplay and progression like this, it takes commitment from
just
the start.
they're saying lots of stuff that they don't need to say.
Cross-progression titles with a fourth coming this summer. We keep learning new lessons, but the single biggest is it's much easier to build a Play Anywhere title from the start than it is to shoehorn it later in a project.
But they will do it. I get why they do it.
Game rather than fragmenting across all of these platforms also means that your ability to make matches and the quality of those matches starts to increase. Overall, we're looking to drive the most fair and fun game experience we possibly can, and we think that crossplay and cross-progression are some of the most important pillars to get there.
You guys ready? It's time to get paid! Don't worry, Demo was born ready.
What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Lucier, aka Scott Gandhi, and I'm the lead designer at First Watch Games. Currently, we're finishing work on Rogue Company, and we're really excited to be able to share this update.
Rogue Company is one of those like game names that's just going to get lost in a sea of game names.
Rogue Company is a third-person shooter that features a unique blend between action-paced gameplay and objective-based game modes. In Rogue Company, you play as a rogue, which are a group of elite mercenaries that operate outside of the wall, and they drop in exotic locations all over the world. Rogue Company is going to be free to play, and it'll feature cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms. Since day one of our cornerstones was making sure that you were able to play the game you want on the platform you want with the friends that you want.
It looks, I mean, it looks solid. I can't get excited about games like this anymore.
Today we are in the late stages of Rogue Company development, which means we're testing crossplay and cross-progression features, polishing weapons.
John, I think Apex Legends crossplay, I'm sure I saw somewhere saying that it's in the pipeline.
Combat experience in Rogue Company, while also making
sure they're just about to make Need for Speed Heat crossplay, I think, which is the first EA game to have it.
It's pretty amazing to play Rogue Company on a handheld device like the Switch. Being able to play Rogue Company at 60 FPS as I sit on the couch and my wife is watching another episode of Love Island is a dream come true. Rogue Company is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch later this summer. We can't wait for you to play our
I'm sure it's pretty good. I find it very difficult to get excited about these kind of games, like I said. They just kind of all just blend into one another. That is a really bland logo and name as well. I don't know why I'm commenting on the... It's the only thing I can comment on.
Teams at High Res for that look into the future of crossplay and info about their upcoming titles.
Is the name and the logo.
We all know the next generation consoles are getting closer, so here's an exclusive look at what's to come in Square Enix's third-person shooter, Outriders.
This kind of looked like Gears of War.
Exclusive.
Next time on the Outriders broadcast, we'll be taking a look at the journey into the unknown, plus the characters joining your adventure as you battle through a hostile world. We'll also be showcasing a brand new area and delving deeper into our next class, the Pyromancer. Coming next month.
So that's another non-thing.
We can't wait to hear more about Outriders in the lead up to release sometime in holiday 2020.
We're heading 150 years into the future next, where humanity is struggling to survive and human brains are being transferred into robot bodies.
Is this the thing that...
Here's more on Disintegration.
Yeah, this is the one that's made by some of the... Is it some of the Halo people?
Further. See what we've got. 5 integrated outlaws.
Sir, have you got weapons and shelter in there? Maybe you could give us a chance to rest.
We may have more of interest to you than guns.
I mean, the design of the character looks cool.
My name's Marcus Leto. I'm the president and creative director at V1 Interactive, and we are currently working on our brand new debut game called Disintegration. and we are super excited to finally be getting ready for it to launch soon.
I think this is like a co-op game, though. Like primarily.
With Disintegration, we set out to build something truly unique.
Oh God.
Blends some great parts of a first-person shooter with a real-time tactical elements in a way that's never been done before, and in a way that requires.
I mean, it looks like you're fighting waves of enemies.
Core B dropped. The story of Disintegration is something that's set about 150 years from now in the future, where
you're going to be dead drunk from bingo card lingo. I'm going to have to get a bingo cards for this kind of talk next year for the next like E3 season.
To a robotic armature, allowing them to survive through this period of time.
No, I don't think so, Ian.
Armatures, humans now find themselves in a world where they are super strong, they're super durable, and some of them don't want to return back to humanity again. And so a new army is developed called the Rayon. In this world, we play some of those early integrated who are fighting back and who don't want to follow along with the Rayon.
I've seen what you call freedom. Not interested.
Yeah, I like that main character design. That's cool.
Disintegration's multiplayer, we allow the players to team up 5v5 against one another, each with their own crew in this incredible battle against one another. Each one of those matches takes place in a.
For all the technology these guys have access to, why do these spokespersons seem to be talking into a tin can? It's because like all the mics have like increased in price like 4 times. John.
They need to consider both parts of the equation. On one hand is your grab cycle and your weapons and abilities that you use fluidly in combat. That's just one part of the
They can afford it.
Though. On the other hand,
I mean, this dude sounds like he's talking in his house, isn't he? I doubt he's probably got that much money.
It's important that the player understands that both of these things work in tandem together, and that they are part of a whole. They are the crew. And for you to kind of consider both parts is critical for your success. So Disintegration is finally going to be released on June 16th on PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and Steam, well, for the PC.
I think I can ask for a code for this, I think, but
waiting for the community to hop in and start playing with us.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It doesn't strike me as particularly unique though.
What? The grav cycle? I'm a pilot. It's called a pre-flight inspection.
No judgments here, huh?
I think I'm getting jaded in my old age, you know.
Disintegration is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC June 16th.
Now prepare yourselves for a lesson in alternative history as we explore what might have happened if the Second World War didn't end in 1945.
I need to see, is it Man in the High Castle? That's a similar thing, isn't it?
My name is Bogdan Graczyk, the game director of the upcoming narrative.
How old are you, Kel, if you don't mind me asking?
Paradise Lost. I'm super excited to walk you through the alternative history that serves as the setting for our story.
I'm not far off. I'm 35 this year.
Doesn't end in 1945.
80s kids, yeah.
In the spring of 1960, the Nazi regime is on its knees and Soviet troops are closing in. Without warning, the Nazis unleash the full might of their nuclear arsenal on their homeland and Eastern Europe, stopping the Soviet offensive in its tracks and turning Europe into an uninhabitable nuclear wasteland. To the rest of the world, this seems like a final act of desperation by one of the cruelest regimes in human history.
I got a bad camera, Kel, so it doesn't show up so much.
Of the secrets that have been hidden deep underground. The ARC project is among the most secretive endeavors of the Third Reich. Its goal has been to construct a network of hidden, self-sustainable, heavily fortified underground bunkers meant to shelter an Aryan master race society until it can emerge and rule the post-nuclear landscape.
Is this
Not
like
everything goes according to plan.
It's like a walking simulator?
Unknown, one of the bunkers, located just outside Kraków, Poland, goes dark. Now, as you discover the past, you can shape the present. It's been 20 years since the explosion that set our story in motion. You play as Szymon, a 12-year-old Polish boy driven by personal tragedy to seek out the bunker on the edge of Kraków.
Sounds like a happy game, doesn't it?
At first, the place seems completely desolate. What brought Szymon to the bunker? What answers is he seeking? You'll have to uncover the truth yourself.
Concept seems pretty interesting, like from a story point of view. Looks like an escape room type game, yeah.
Discovered the lost story on Earth.
I mean, yeah, it looks like a first-person puzzle game, isn't it?
Paradise Lost is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X.
Our next game.
Ling Ling, I see you there.
Emily, have you crossed another thing off my script?
Hey,
you're tired of World War II games.
Can't be trusted.
Okay, fine. Just roll the tape.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's a different, like a different type of game, though. It's not just like a shooty bang bang game, is it?
Whether you choose agent.
Is this Evil Geniuses? Or Evil Genius? Hi, Ling Ling. How you doing?
It takes two to complete the mission.
Hacker Man.
It takes two to stay alive.
Yeah, all good, Leanne, yeah. Well, back to work, so not super good. Oh, I love tangos.
To save the world.
Takes two to tango. Yeah, I'm back to work now, so not the best.
Game is so secret. We
Still
don't
alive.
even know its name at the time of this recording, so I'm just gonna put myself out there.
I love the look of
and
this.
Make one up. I'm guessing it's called The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
Kina.
What kind of fake name is that? It is not called The Kingdom of Gusty Willows.
Here's the developers of The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows to talk about their show-stopping new PS5 project, The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
Can I make it extremely clear? This is not called The Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
What's the big deal? It's a good title.
This was one of the best things I saw at the PS5 reveal. Where can I mute these hosts? Hey, they probably didn't write their own stuff.
Sorry, Nolan, the name isn't Kingdom of the Gusty Willows. It's actually called Kena Bridge of Spirits.
So Kenna?
Hi, I'm Mike Greer. I'm the Chief Creative Officer at Ember Lab.
And I'm Josh Greer, Mike's brother. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the studio. You may have seen our game Kena Bridge of Spirits at the Sony PlayStation 5 event. And today we're really excited to share a little bit more about the project with you.
So, what's this game all about?
Well, Kena Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven action-adventure game that combines fast-paced combat with exploration and a really fun, charming companion mechanic where players are going around collecting forest creatures that we call the Rot.
Pikmin.
So you play as Kena. She's a spirit guide who has traveled to this forgotten village and soon discovers that there are many trapped, lingering spirits. And it becomes clear that there are larger forces at play that have sort of corrupted the environment and stopped things from moving on. Well, the main focus of the game actually revolves around helping these trapped spirits. So each kind of level or world that you enter is all focused and kind of themed around the corrupt spirit that's lingering.
And to really help these spirits, you ultimately have to get to know what happened to them in their past life. And to do so, you're looking for clues in the environment, facing combat challenges, solving puzzles. But ultimately, it all relies on building and growing your team throughout.
Yeah, the rot are key to like sort of every aspect of gameplay. They can be used in combat to augment abilities. They can be used to manipulate the environment, to carry things around for you. The more rot you have, the stronger you're going to be as a player.
Pikmin.
And the more abilities you get to unlock. The trailer does a lot of things, but one thing we wanted to do was make sure we established the tone and sort of darker elements that are in the game. And, people see the rot and the cute characters, and they immediately fall in love
Not to
with them.
downplay what they've made here, but it does feel like it really feels like a mishmash of about 4 or 5 different games to me.
To use to kind of set that darker tone and establish these, the player is going to be, exposed to some darker themes in the story.
It's like Pikmin, Ori, Zelda, Beyond Good and Evil.
It will be coming to PlayStation 5,
all had a baby.
and the Epic Game Store.
Somehow.
We're really excited for everyone to get their hands on the game, and in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the show.
It looks cool though. I'm down for it. Assuming it's good. The guy on the left looks dead inside. It's because he's got to come up with all this video game lingo.
Thanks so much for watching the Future Games Show, and look out for more great next-gen coverage on Games Radar.
There's one more thing.
This week and beyond. And don't forget to check out our sister shows from the Gorilla Collective over the next few days right here on Twitch.
Wait, come on, Nolan. It wouldn't be a game show without that, we got one more thing.
One more thing.
You are so right. Wait, are we in this one?
No.
Oh, well. But hey, Em, would you work with me again? Maybe in some kind of swashbuckling adventure where I play a roguish, charming adventurer?
Nah, I think I've been there, I've done that.
Okay, they better at least end on something amazing.
3 years ago, Serial Cleaner took you back to 1970s America in a single-player stealth action crime story where you played as a professional crime scene cleaner, getting rid of bodies and the incriminating evidence, all while avoiding the police. Now, with over 1 million owners and releases on all major platforms, we're going to the 90s.
What is this? I like the music. You play as a cop having a mental breakdown. Okay.
Well, that really does complete our showcase for 2020.
Yeah, we hope you've had a great time watching and that you've seen something that you can look forward to. We also just want to take a moment to thank our partners for helping put all of this together, but most of all, we want to thank you for watching.
I'm Nolan North.
And I'm Emily Rose.
And this has been, Emily, if you will, the Future
Game Show 2020.
You know what? I really miss E3. I don't feel like... Did they actually really show us... I mean, they showed us some new stuff, but there wasn't anything that really stuck out for me there. There's a lot of just new footage of stuff that they've already shown off. But... I mean, I've had fun watching it, because it's just been fun talking to you guys, but... yeah, there wasn't really anything there that really stuck out for me. Next gen first year is always dog shit in indies. I don't know. I think it's also, I just feel like the stuff they showed was just a bit, just like meh as well. And I don't know if that's just me personally. I just feel like, I think it takes quite a lot for me to get excited, like really excited for a game nowadays. Like seeing something like genuinely new. I can, like, you know, stuff looks, oh yeah, that looks good, that looks good. But there's nothing really, like, nothing really blows me away very often anymore. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some good stuff in here. A lot of it we've already seen. Or they had all of their, like, gaming spiel talking over the top of it, and I've forgotten everything about it already because it just puts me into, like, a trance.